the wishes of the people.
Heed the call of your innermost desires. Advance without fear. Navigate as your heart dictates. Robust power. Perfect execution. Foresee the storm and overcome it. Calm. City Series.
Morning, Mr. Rob. Can I have a latte, please? Extra sugar, extra milk.
the one who killed Serena!
She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel. Just look into his eyes. Father! We have to punish him!
Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her.
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. He should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled!
He has no right to live under the same roof as us.
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who was willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But I...
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
But Father, before this, I was number one.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. You're still a loser, even if it's by the smallest margin. And there's no reason for a loser to exist. This is all for your own good. Do you understand? Go on now. Receive your punishment for the sake of the family.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry.
That really brought up some unpleasant memories. It won't be long. Soon, it'll all be over.
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy. Today was quite eventful. If I were to head back now, I probably wouldn't be able to fall asleep. You're a child that only brings misfortune. People have been saying that about me for a long time. Why do I only predict suffering? If I could predict happy things, joyful things, would people like me a little more? Maybe fate truly is set in stone. Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all. So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift. Thank you, Proxy. I'm so glad to have met you. And you're also a fan of Lord Phaethon. It's like we were fated to meet. I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self. Perhaps people really do possess an aura, and ours just so happen to be extremely compatible. By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever talks about his past. But judging from his eye colors, you can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned family. I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mother for some reason. And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a luxurious mansion. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly. I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting Lycon and his master. After that, they formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness. Until Lycon's betrayal.
So, what's your take on Hugo?
I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is just like an older brother. I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. But that's a secret he's kept to himself. Something he'll never tell me. Sometimes when I look into his eyes, I can feel that he's really struggling with something. Even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person. I think one day he'll tell me his secret. Until then, I just have to wait. Wait and trust him. It appears we're the first to arrive. I thought we were running late. This might sound weird, but it's nice to think about getting to work with you from now on. I don't really know why that makes me feel so happy. Oh, it's because we're fellow fans! Anyone who likes Lord Phaethon can't be a bad guy.
For sure.
Of course, Lord Phaethon is the greatest there will ever be, but you're definitely the best proxy I've ever met in person. Hugo told me before that you're really skilled, and he said we'd get along great. I never expected he'd be so right. Oh, by the way, would you like to come by my place if you have time later? I have a huge collection of Lord Phaethon merch.
Phaethon, Lord Phaethon doesn't have any merch out there, right? I mean, we don't even know what he looks like, for starters.
It's all my own original merch, like screenshots of old Internet comments. I print them out and turn them into postcards. Plus the avatars Lord Phaethon's used, the music playlists they recommend. I've organized it all. I'd love to show it all to you if we get the chance.
Well, I appreciate the thought.
Speaking of which, what's taking those two so long? Hugo said he had some preparations to do before entering the Hollow. I wonder how that's coming along.
This is getting to be more than just a coincidence, don't you think? Or perhaps you are actually stalking me.
If I was stalking you, you wouldn't ever know.
Overconfident as always. You haven't changed at all.
We just make it a habit to check the state of our weapons prior to combat.
Thanks for that little reminder. I almost forgot.
I didn't expect you to let me join.
What else could I do? Master Proxy would have insisted on having you join us. I never expected for us to have a chance to enjoy some pleasant conversation like this, without our weapons drawn, that is. It really has been too long. I still remember when we first established Mockingbird.
Indeed. That was a long time ago. Thankfully, Jack went in peace.
He must have known about his condition for some time. He even left us with instructions. Passing peacefully in your sleep is the most natural way to go. I'm happy for him. By the way, Lycon, have you given it any thought yet?
You mean about our guild for Phantom Thieves?
Yeah. It's time for us to build an organization of our own. Jack always...
I don't have any objections, but
How about... Mockingbird? It's a bird known for mimicking the calls of others to blend in. The same way... Oh, oops. I nearly forgot. You're a terrible actor, and you're always flubbing your lines. I guess we can rule out that name, then.
no, call it Mockingbird. We're always just putting on an act, aren't we? I won't slip up on our next mission. Besides, we still ran missions together even when we didn't have a name. Having one now won't really make a difference.
No. It does make a difference, Lycon. And I don't just want a name. I want Mockingbird to become a symbol, like the sword of Damocles hanging over everyone's heads, striking fear into the hearts of the rich and cruel whenever they hear the name. Just like Jack used to say, this world isn't fair, so that's why we have to influence it however we can, and change things in our own way.
But on the basis of not causing harm to other people's lives. That's also what Jack used to...
Of course I remember. All right. I promise.
That sounded pretty forced. Don't forget...
I'm good for my word. You must trust your fellow. Well then, today's the day that our first order of business.
Looks like we're all here. Hugo, you're late again.
Didn't expect the coordinates in Bringer's notes to lead here.
Oh, are you familiar with this place?
More familiar than you, it seems.
Just like Proxy. If they're being too noisy, can I take action?
I don't enjoy obstacles in my path. Can we not...
The generator room should be nearby. Over here.
Master Proxy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's something wrong with the circuit. It's...
Don't tell me. Victoria House...
I can fix it, but I'll need a circuit diagram. I've seen diagrams for this type of circuit before. It's a pity that we're unable...
Just leave that problem to me.
Belle, I just sent an image of a circuit diagram to your phone.
Thank you very much, Master Proxy. The circuit is fixed. We should now be able to open that door.
Wait up. Wait a second. Something just doesn't add up. It's all coming together now. Communicating with the outside world from within a hollow. And getting that circuit diagram. In theory, there's only one person who could ever do that. Could it be... your Lord Phaethon? Impossible. There's no way. But then again, only Phaethon could have done that. I mean, you're an incredible proxy, sure. And you're a good person. But could you really be Lord Phaethon?
That's me. I'm Phaethon. Sorry, I just never had the chance to tell you.
Unbelievable. Lord Phaethon, I've been your biggest fan for years now. Goodness me, Lord Phaethon was right in front of me all along, and I had no idea. This is like a dream. Could you, I mean, if you're willing, could you please give me an autograph and a group photo and...
Anything you want. We just gotta get out of the hollow first.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guess I got a little too excited.
Anyone would be enraptured meeting someone they admire that much.
Yeah, if I ever met my favorite movie director, I'd be the same.
We should keep moving. This isn't the best place for idle chit-chat.
The door's finally open.
The proxy is Phaethon. Phaethon is the proxy. This is a dream. I never wake up.
The fissure over there should lead to our destination. Lycon, your fighting style wasn't so reserved in the past.
I've matured.
You call this mature? You're just being pretentious.
A difficult foe, that one. Let us leave this place at once. Ensuring Master Proxy's safety is our highest priority.
I won't let anything happen to you, Lord Phaethon. Wide open. Lord Phaethon, how are you feeling? Are you tired? Do you need a break? Some food? Water?
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine.
Master, a complex mechanism has been detected ahead. To pass the suggestion, split up and handle them simultaneously to save time.
So, we have to head to 3 different places to crack this thing.
Huh? We're splitting into 3 groups? In that case, I'll protect you, Master Proxy! I can take care of one myself.
That leaves the last one to me, then.
You should go with Hugo.
What's that supposed to mean? We get along just fine, don't we, Miss Cunninghair?
I don't know what's going on with you two, but you've been bickering the whole time. It's annoying. This is a good chance for you guys to build some rapport. Anby's got a point. Hugo, just go with Lycon.
You just want to be alone with your Lord Phaethon, don't you, Vivian?
Huh? That's not it!
All right. Sounds like a plan. It's all decided then.
If Master Proxy says so, Lycon, you better not slow me down.
I really want to recommend you two some movies for a crash course on teamwork. Lord Phaethon, there are too many ethereals here. Lord Phaethon. Seems like we both... Sure enough, Lord Phaethon and I share a deeper connection. Sorry. I hope I'm not being too forward. Goodness me. Somehow I'm fighting alongside Lord Phaethon. It's like all my dreams are coming true. I'm going to wake up any second now, aren't I?
No, this isn't a dream. I'm real, see? You can even hold my hand.
Not only is Lord Phaethon incredible, but super kind. That's it. I pledge to be a die-hard Lord Phaethon fan until my very last breath.
I'm happy to hear that, don't get me wrong. But why do you like Phaethon so much, Vivian?
Lord Phaethon is my light. The one who saved me in my darkest, most desperate times. Like a deity who rescued me. You probably don't remember, but you really did save me that day. Wow, it's so embarrassing to say all this in front of you. Sorry, I hope I'm not bothering you too much.
Of course not. Thank you for your loyal support.
I should be the one thanking you. Just being able to see Lord Phaethon makes me the luckiest person in the whole world. Sorry to keep babbling like this. I wonder how the others are doing. I'm sure Anby will be able to manage. She's great at this kind of stuff. But as for Hugo and Lycon... Copy.
There are too many ethereals here. Though, it's not a huge problem.
So, we have to cooperate to...
That's a real shame.
I have no intention of arguing with you right now. Master Proxy and...
What a coincidence. That's exactly just this once.
I have no objection.
Very well. Then you... I know you've never fully trusted me, even before it all fell apart.
You wanted to speak to me alone?
I know you and Hugo are as thick as thieves and don't hide anything from one another. But you can't tell him what I'm about to tell you.
Did something happen with him?
Hugo is an intelligent and gifted child. In time, he'll grow beyond me. Reach a place...
Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, he always picks things up just a teeny bit quicker than me.
I don't think being gifted is a good thing for him.
What do you mean?
He bears a dark and painful past. What he was taught, the hatred he was faced with, everything he picked up, it's all become an integral, inseparable part of him. I believe that beautiful flowers can blossom even in the darkest abyss. But the roots of that flower would draw from evil instead of good. Hatred instead of love. It's a curse that flows through his lineage. A curse that fate branded him with. I've seen far too many people like that throughout this long life of mine. They struggle with this curse their whole lives, but they all end up failing in the end. The path of light is narrow and fleeting, and the darkness is filled with such temptation that dropping your guard for even just a moment can send you spiraling straight into the abyss.
Do you mean Hugo's going to be a bad guy?
I don't know. I hope he'll always stay true to his heart. That he won't give in to hatred and ambition. That he won't become the dragon that must be slain. But he has inherited the seed of evil. You cannot let it take root. So then, Lycon, promise me now. You must hold his chain tight. To restrain him. To stop him. And when necessary, to choke him.
You've become slow. Or maybe you've been on guard against me this whole time, and that's what's slowing you down. Looks like I was right. Lycon, I hope you're aware that the one who betrayed Mockingbird and went to work for the Mayflowers was you, not me. I would never betray my companion.
I don't wish to repeat myself, but you should not break our oath.
That's the path I've chosen, and I'm going to stick to it.
But you know that path will lead you the wrong way.
Who are you to lecture? Your disgusting sympathies make me sick, Lycon. There's only ever been one person who can kill me or save me, and that is me.
Great, it worked!
That was loud. What's happening up ahead?
Hold on, everyone. I'll go check it out.
It's probably multiple ethereals attacking.
Vivian, you should go with them too. Keep an eye on Lycon, will you? I'm worried he might sell us out to the mayor when he gets the chance.
I'd never do that. But if...
Okay.
Why do you look so nervous?
I've spent so much time by your side already. I need to get away from Lord Phaethon for a little bit, or I might die from this overwhelming happiness.
If that's the case, Miss Vivian.
Okay.
So, how does it feel to be worshipped, Lord Phaethon?
You had that figured out a while ago, didn't you?
Sharp as always. But of course, I couldn't spoil it for her. She has to figure it out on her own. That's what makes it special.
Not only that, you asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for a reason. Is there something you'd like to say to me?
I can't keep anything from you, can I? I've always treated Vivian like my own little sister. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but she looks a lot like Serena. I think I mentioned it before. Serena was my half-sister. She passed away a long time ago. Vivian adores you. Whether you're Faithin or just Belle. Of course, I also have a lot of respect for someone like you. Strong, fair, and genuinely kind. So I hope... I beg you, please keep her safe.
Hang on. What's that supposed to mean?
Think of it as the last bit of conscience I have left. A kid as pure as her. She should stay alongside someone who walks in the light. Like you. Not even Vivian can agree with all my beliefs. One day we'll go our separate ways.
Your beliefs? What do you mean exactly?
You probably heard from Lycon. We swore an oath when we started Mockingbird. We swore to use our own hands to right the wrongs in this world. But never, under any circumstances, would we take another human life. I stayed true to my words. Until my father, the man I hated, stood right before me. I could have ended his life easily, but I hesitated. I remembered that damned oath and their repeated attempts to convince me. I didn't do it. Because of that, innocent people died. All because of him. If I'd killed him first, then none of those tragedies would have happened. People like him don't deserve to live. After that, I realized, sometimes, taking one life really can save countless others.
I understand where you're coming from.
I knew you'd understand. Vivian has a good heart. I don't want her to get her hands dirty. But you know how it is. In this world, someone has to be the bad guy. So, I want to apologize to you.
Why apologize?
You're incredibly strong, kind, capable, and really, really lucky. The world needs more people like you. Remember that revenge movie I told you about, Children of Devils? I still haven't found it, but I came across another videotape with the same name. Turns out, in that story, the Children of Devils are actually the children of gods. Ah, sorry for rambling. Hope you don't mind. They should be back soon. Please, look after Vivian for me.
What is this? It looks like a cocoon.
Careful, everyone. If I'm not mistaken,
It appears to be in hibernation. We don't know when it'll wake up.
if it does wake up, we'll be in...
Wait, those spots Bringer marked in his notebook. Are you saying each one might have a sacrifice? That means there must be at least a dozen of them. These sacrifices may still be hibernating, but the fact that there are so many of them, and that's not all. These sacrifices can exist outside the hollows. If they make their way into...
I'm afraid it will lead to a catastrophic disaster likened to the fall of the old capital. That's almost certain.
Let's find a way to get rid of these sacrifices. We can't let the Exaltists have them.
Thank you for helping me find this sacrifice. But sorry, kids. You won't be the ones to keep it.
It's that annoying old man.
I'd advise you to choose your words wisely, young lady.
You're from the Ravenlock family.
That face. Oh, I know you. I heard about what happened to your friend. Truly unfortunate. If only she'd been smarter.
It seems your goal was this sacrifice all along. You've been tailing us, haven't you? Keeping your distance so that I wouldn't notice.
As expected of a Wolf Thyran, you are very perceptive. That's right. All thanks to your ex-partner, we were able to carry out our plan smoothly.
My ex-partner?
I'm not exactly happy being called that, but what he said is true.
Wait, Hugo, what do you mean?
I made a deal with Mr. Hartman in advance. So, would you kindly step aside and let us have this sacrifice? Of course, you can choose to refuse, but if you do, then I'll have to take coercive measures.
What did you offer him?
Everything we know about the sacrifices plus the core itself.
But... why?
It's simple. I want to climb higher. Mr. Hartman offered me a chance to join Tops. Who could say no to that?
No. Impossible. You promised to help me investigate the Exaltists. You told me the whole point of Mockingbird was to do anything it takes to bring a little justice to this world. Was all of that just a lie?
You're just too gullible, Vivian. I also told you, everybody lies. To hide their true intentions, people lie so smoothly, they don't even bat an eye.
You...
What a wonderful show of betrayal and backstabbing! Bravo! I've got no interest in your little feud. But would you all be so kind as to step aside? My men still have some delicate handiwork to do. To extract that sacrifice behind you.
Over my dead body. Hugo, why in the world would you do that?
Instead of wasting your time on idle chatter, why not focus your energy on the battle ahead?
But your plans will never succeed.
It's useless. Don't you get it? You're not just going against the people in front of you. You're not going against me. Rather, the entire Ravenlock family, even the whole of Tops.
Mind the blind spot.
There's no chance of victory for you.
Stand still.
Hugo, stop standing around. Time for you to act. We had a deal. Give me the sacrifice core now.
Did we? I don't remember. I imagine this is your favorite kind of entertainment. Watching allies betray each other, suspicion festering until it all turns to bitter hatred. Seeing people tear each other apart like wild beasts, just like your decaying family. Does it comfort that dead conscience of yours?
You. What's that supposed to mean?
I am loving the look on your face right now. Right when you think you've succeeded, I'm here to tell you it was all fake. None of it was real. Let this pain sink in. It's karma for what you did to me back then.
You're insane. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You still don't recognize me, do you? Let me give you a little hint. My full name is Hugo Vlad Ravenlock.
That's impossible. You're part of our family?
I may be an illegitimate child, but I have the same blood flowing in my veins as you.
I know you. You're that bastard of his. Damn it. I could have sworn you were already.
My dear uncle, you were never worthy of your position. You have no claim to the Ravenlock lineage. You may have killed all of my father's other children, but sorry to disappoint. I'm still alive. I am the true heir to the Ravenlock family.
You're a bastard. You have no right to inherit the family.
That's not for you to decide. Master Edmund is very supportive of my claim.
Edmund? That's impossible. You weaseled your way into Top's inner circle?
Master Edmund doesn't care who achieves his goal. In other words, he'd happily let me take over the Ravenlock family, as long as I'm more competent than you.
This can't be! You don't know the family's real secret!
I know a lot more than you think, including everything that you've done. Just give up. You never even stood a chance.
Damn it.
This was all fake, right? You were just putting on an act to fool this old man, right? I actually fell for it. Don't do that again. At least give us a heads up next time.
Vivian, everything I did was to rightfully inherit the Ravenlock family. That part is true. Now, I'm going to kill this man who stole what was never his. I'll make sure he can never be a threat.
You can't kill him. We still need information from him on the sacrifices and the Exaltists.
You must be misunderstanding something, Lycon. Just like you chose the mayor, I chose Tops. At least for now, Tops has the same interests as me. I'm not going to harm my own self-interests. Be it intel on the sacrifices or the core itself. I'm handing everything over to Master Edmund.
Why?
I just want to take back what's mine. If fate is not willing to give me justice, then I'll just have to seize it with my own hands. Stealing, robbing, lying, or betraying. I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means selling your soul to the devil? No about the power struggle between Tops and City Hall. Those elites at Tops would be only too happy to see the Exaltists plotting a grand attack on New Eridu using sacrifices.
That would severely harm the Mayflower's reputation and approval rating in New Eridu. And that's exactly what Tops wants to see.
If that happens, countless people will die!
I'm sorry it has to be this way, but I have to do this. I'm going to get everything Master Edmund wants. Inherit the Ravenlock name, climb to the top. And then I'll be able to change everything for good. For a permanent and absolute victory, we must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh and persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Someone has to do it.
I don't really agree. Sounds like some twisted logic to me.
This is the path I've chosen. Without power, resources, or strength, we can't do anything. Mockingbird is the perfect example. All the talk about using our power to tip the scales of justice and hover over them like the sword of Damocles. It's just a delusion. In their eyes, we're nothing but annoying gnats. Mockingbird has never really changed anything.